Hey parents, Mr. Jim here. Ever since Osmo sent us our Genius Starter Kit, it's become the kids' favorite games to play with at home. The best part is how well they're designed to encourage learning in a way that's actually exciting. I've honestly never seen my kids pick up new skills as fast as they are after playing with Osmo. I can't help but play along with my kids as we're having a blast playing games that explore math, puzzles, art, reading, and more. Genius Starter Kits come with a base and reflector that fit most iPad models. Available at playosmo.com. That's playosmo.com. Osmo, learning well played. Hey parents, this October on Disney Plus, Disney's The Mysterious Benedict Society returns for Season 2. Relying on only their wits, intellect, and empathy, the charming group of misfits embark on a globe-trotting adventure by air, land, sea, and pie truck. Calling upon their special skills to solve the mysteries and rescue their lost comrades. Along the way, the kids experience the growing pains that come along with being a part of their newfound family, while remaining true to their unique selves and discovering what true happiness really means. All these and more streaming this month only on Disney+. Hello, Critter Protectors, Mr. Jim here, and welcome to Kids Animal Stories, a place where there's always a mystery and adventure around every single corner. If you love critters of all shapes and sizes, I need you on our Critter Protector team. Join our adventure as we learn about critters from around the world and in our backyards. Well, my friends, are you ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! Today is a mystery story. Yes, this is one of my favorite types of stories here on Kids Animal Stories. It's where I'm going to tell you a story about Arwen, but we're going to have to figure out along the way what kind of critter Arwen is. So there's going to be some clues that you're going to have to pay very close attention to help you solve who is Arwen. Arwen popped her head up from her nest and peered out of the hayloft. After a full day's rest, she was excited about her night. Ben! Abigail! Wake up! It's time to get going with the night! Arwen pecked at her brother and sister's fluffy feathers. Oh, Arwen, calm down. If they're still tired, let them sleep longer. Arwen's mother tried to calm her down and keep her quiet, but it was very hard to do. Arwen's mother was pretty good at calming and caring for her babies at this point. They were getting very close to being on their own and out of the nest for good. After a little while, Ben and Abigail woke up. The three fluffy babies looked out at the big, round, full moon and tried to think of something exciting to do for the night. Their mom had already given them some yummy mice mash. Ooh, what's mice mash? Ooh, that sounds like a different kind of breakfast. Have you ever had a mashed mice before? Gross. After a few minutes, Arwen said, "Hey, I have an idea." "Oh, what is it this time?" asked Abigail. She knew Arwen had lots of crazy ideas. Usually, they were not exactly the safest or the best for baby birds. "Have you ever heard of the old Aldo the Wise?" Arwen asked. I think one of my friends told him about him once," said Ben. "He lives far off on the other side of the field in the abandoned spooky barn. Some say he's the meanest around. Others call him wise. I don't know. Who knows if he's, even real? Please don't tell me you're thinking of visiting this Aldo guy," Abigail said. "I sure am. Come on, it'll be fun. We need to stretch our wings anyway, and it is a full moon after all," Arwen said. After some persuading and negotiating, Ben and Abigail agreed. Their mother said it was okay to adventure, but they had to be back at sunrise. The three siblings took flight and silently glided over the farm they called home. Critters like these three have the quietest wings of them all, completely silent as they fly through the air. They headed towards the tall cornfield and enjoyed the night sky full of stars. Arwen loved that she could move so quietly through the air. Her mom told her that the new feathers on her wings were different than most birds. They had fringed edges that felt very soft and kept the sound of the wind completely silent as they flew. As the three siblings flew, they played I Spy. Do you like to play I Spy maybe while driving in the car? That can be a really fun way to pass the time. Ben saw some harvesting equipment. Abigail spotted a baby fawn hidden behind its mother. Just when it was Arwen's turn, she turned around and was instantly startled. Oh! She yelled and flew straight down to the small opening between rows of corn. Right ahead of her in the dark row of corn stalks, she saw a moving, flowing, super scary, super dark monster! Or so she thought. Abigail and Ben had followed her down to the ground and were trying to brush off their wings and get a better idea as to why Arwen had taken off so quickly to the ground. Soon they saw what was glaring down at them. Abigail was terrified, just like Arwen. The girls grabbed onto each other and tried to stand perfectly still. That is, until they heard Ben start to quietly laugh. He looked down at the row back at Arwen and Abigail, back down the row and laughed some more. What the girls hadn't realized or understood was that this huge creature was actually a very fake and very harmless scarecrow. Oh no, they got so scared. I think they thought that scarecrow was real. Hoisted on a tall wooden stake was a pair of overalls and shirt stuffed with straw. There was a small pumpkin on the end with some little eyes, nose, and mouth. Last but not least, there was an old torn farmer hat made of straw sitting on top of the pumpkin head. Phew! That sure tricked me, said Arwen. You should have seen your faces! Ben, quit your laughing and let's get back into the air. Come on, said Arwen. Soon the three were back on their way across the cornfield. They were calm again and took turns finding constellations in the sky. Hold on a second. Do you know what a constellation is? Oh yeah, it's a group of stars that make a picture, kind of like a dot to dot. Have you ever done art where there's a whole bunch of dots that you have to connect, and once you connect all the dots together, it makes a picture? Yeah, well, maybe you've heard of the Big Dipper or the Little Dipper. Those are two of the star constellations in the sky, where if you connect the dots of the stars, they draw a picture of a Big or Little Dipper. Just before they reached the edge of the cornfield, just a bit from the old abandoned barn, they heard a very loud, very unfamiliar sound. Meow! They had no idea what it was and no idea what to do. Do you know what they heard? I don't know, maybe it was a cat? Maybe you were thinking these critters of the sky are some kind of birds? Those two critters, I don't think they go too well together. I'm not sure what's going to happen. We're going to have to wait and see what happens on the next episode of Kids Animal Stories. Great job, you listened all the way to the end. All right, have you heard some of those clues? Who do you think that these three critters are? I hear that they live in a barn, have very quiet wings, and seem to only be flying around at nighttime. I'm not exactly sure who it is yet. I'm going to have to keep thinking, and so should you. But first, I need your help celebrating a birthday. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday, Damon, who's turning 6 years old. He loves collecting fossils. He's the best soccer player in all of Salem, Oregon. Wow. And he likes to play jokes with his mom. I love it, Damon. Hey, I'm so glad that we get to celebrate you and your big day on the show. I hope it's the best birthday ever. And I will see you all on our next adventure. Bye.